Hi, and welcome to another Night Listener episode with Raven Hayes episode 232. I am Andy Moore in the studio taking your calls. And now, your host, Raven Hayes.
Hi and welcome to the show. I'm Raven Hayes, your host. As always, thanks for tuning in. Tonight, I have something special. I'll be reading a letter. A letter sent by one of my listeners out there. Let's call her Julie. Julie, I hope you are listening. I have read her letter, Julie's letter, and shortly I'll read it to you all. And just want to say, Julie, thank you for sharing your experience with us tonight. Now, I have to warn you, Julie's letter is a bit, let's say racy and raunchy in nature. So I needed to make sure that I can read the entire letter on the air. So here's the thing. I think if you want to listen to the Julie's letter, as it was written by her, and get the full flavor, so to speak, you can click on the link below and go to our site and listen to it as Julie wanted to tell about her experience. By the way, Julie sent a personal note with her letter to me asking that she'd love to hear what our audience has to comment after listening to her letter. So go ahead and share your thoughts. I'm sure Julie will read the comments as well. So it's only a few pages. I can't read out the date on this letter, but I can tell you that it happened on a Saturday afternoon. Okay, here it is. Today was one of those sweltering days where the air feels thick and heavy. I was already sweating buckets just getting to yoga. I walk in, late as usual, and the only spot left is right in the front row. And that's when I see her, this absolutely stunning woman in the most eye-catching purple bodysuit. The color was this deep, rich purple that clung to her curves in all the right ways. It was like the suit was made just for her. Every move she made, you could see the subtle play of her muscles underneath. Her body was toned and lean, the kind of strength that comes from someone who knows how to work their body. I couldn't take my eyes off her. We're in the middle of class, and I'm trying so hard to focus, but she's right in front of me, and that bodysuit, it was hypnotic. The way it hugged her, showing off her strong legs, the dip of her waist, and those sculpted arms. She was graceful, like she was gliding through each pose, and the way the purple fabric moved with her, it was impossible not to be mesmerized. Then came Downward Dog. I was so caught up in watching her that I didn't realize my hand was about to brush hers. When it did, I felt this spark like an electric jolt. Her skin was warm and slick with sweat, and when she turned and gave me this soft smile, I was gone. Completely. The room was so hot, the air thick with humidity, but all I could focus on was Anna in that tight bodysuit. The way it clung to her every curve, the way she moved like she was in her element. Her body was just perfect. I could see the muscles in her back flex as she held Warrior II, her posture strong and steady. That suit just accentuated everything, making her look even more powerful and graceful. Then Bob decides it's time for partner poses. My heart is racing because, of course, I'm paired with Anna. Up close, she's even more stunning. The bodysuit hugged her body, showing off every line, every curve. She looked at me with those calm, confident eyes and said, "Ready?" I was trying to play it cool, but inside I was just in awe of how incredible she looked. We moved into the pose, and I could feel her strength, the way her body tensed and relaxed as we balanced together. The sweat made everything slick, but that only brought us closer, her hands steadying mine, her body warm against mine. That purple bodysuit was practically shining in the dim light, highlighting every inch of her perfect form. Savasana. By the time we got to Savasana, I was lying there, completely blissed out. I couldn't stop thinking about how amazing she looked, how much I wanted to get to know her beyond this yoga class. The heat, the sweat, the intensity of the day, it all faded away, and all I could see was Anna in that purple bodysuit, lying there, looking like a dream. After class, I couldn't resist asking her if she wanted to grab a cold drink, maybe cool off together. I was nervous, but then she looked at me with that warm smile and said, "Yeah, sure thing." We walked out into the heat, and honestly, nothing else mattered. It felt like the start of something special. For someone like me coming from a conservative family, it feels wrong. I don't know, and this hasn't been the first time. I don't know if I should trust my feelings. I'm still not sure. Okay, this was Julie's letter, at least the PG version that I could read on the air. To all you listeners tonight, what do you think? Share with us what you think. I'm Raven Hayes, your host. Can't wait to read the next letter to you all out there. Until then, sleep well and good night.